Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti MASLINA binti MOHAMMED S59599. My lecturer name Madam Fatimah binti Shahman. Today I would like to share with you how I solved this question about statement of cash flow. First, we need to complete the worksheet for success syndrome Berhad. Fill in the column at the debit or credit account. I am using Excel to solve this question. To calculate reconciling item value, we need to compare between beginning balance and ending balance. For land, 60,000 minus 0 and get 60,000. Land decreased by 60,000. We put it in credit column because land is debit balance. So when land decrease, we need to credit it. For equipment, 140,000 minus 131,000 and get 9,000. Increase in equipment by 9,000, we put it in debit column because equipment is debit balance. So when equipment increase, so we put it in debit. Inventory, 110,000 minus 90,000 and get 20,000. Increase in inventory by 20,000, we put it in debit column because inventory is debit balance. So when inventory increase, we put it in debit. Account receivable, 53,000 minus 40,000 and get 13,000. Increase in account receivable by 13,000, we put it in debit column because account receivable is debit balance. So when account receivable is increased, we should debit. For cash, 65,000 minus 30,000 and get 35,000. Increase in cash by 35,000, we should put it in debit column because cash is a debit balance. So when cash increase, we need to debit it. Share capital ordinary share, 180,000 minus 170,000 and get 10,000. Increase in share capital by 10,000, we put it in credit column because share capital is credit balance. So when share capital increase, we put it in credit. Returning, we should close dividend and income summary account. So to close dividend account, we should debit returning and credit dividend 10,000 from additional information here. And to close income summary account, debit income summary, credit returning by 21,000 from additional information here. So this you can get from this and this from this. Bond payable, we need to 25,000 minus 10,000 and get 15,000. Decrease in bond payable by 15,000, we must put it in debit column because bond payable is credit balance. So when bond payable is decreased, we should debit. Accumulate depreciation equipment, 95,000 minus 81,000 and get 14,000. We put it in a credit balance because accumulate depreciation is credit balance. When accumulate depreciation equipment increase, we should credit. Account payable, 15,000 minus 12,000 and get 3,000. We put it in debit column because account payable is credit balance. So when account payable decrease, we need to debit it. Today we must sum all of this and also this. To prepare statement of cash flow, it have three main activity, which is operating activity, financing activity, and investing activity. Cash flow from operating activity, net profit before tax we can get from additional information 21,000 and also from this. You must make adjustment to non-cash expenses. First, for depreciation expenses, we must plus 40,000, and because depreciation expenses reduce net income but not reduce cash, so we must add back depreciation expenses. To calculate loss on disposal of land, from additional information here, company sold 52,000, so we make journal entry, debit cash, credit land, and loss on disposal. SITI 1000 minus 52,000 and get 8,000. And here 8,000. Changes in working capital is make adjustment to non-cash current asset and non-cash current liability. Increase in inventory, we must minus 20,000 because when inventory increase, so cost of merchandise purchase is also increased. So cash outflow, we need to minus it. Increase in account receivable, we should minus 13,000 because when account receivable increase, so cash received less than revenue. Customer do not make payment to company. Decrease in account payable minus 3,000. When account payable decrease, it means the company makes payment, so cash outflow. So we need to minus it. Net cash flow from operating activity, we must sum all of this. And get 7,000. Cash flow from investing activity, proceed from disposal of land is cash 52,000. And for equipment, we must minus 9,000 because when purchase of equipment, it can reduce cash, so cash outflow, we must minus it. And get 43,000. Cash flow from financing activity, payment of cash dividend minus 10,000 from additional information. Issuance of ordinary share, we must plus 10,000 because when company issue share, the company can get cash by 10,000. Payment of bond payable, we must minus 15,000 because when payment of bond payable, the company reduce cash, so cash outflow. It means we must do minus 50,000. To get net cash flow from finance activity, we must sum all of this. To get net decrease in cash and cash equivalent, we must plus net cash flow from operating activity plus net cash flow from investing activity plus net cash flow from finance activity. And cash and cash equivalent as at the beginning of year from this. And to get cash and cash equivalent as at year end is 35,000 plus 30,000 and get 65,000. In conclusion, the value 65,000 must be same with the ending value of cash account 65,000. That's all from me. Thank you.